are going to be bonding my two male rabbits, Milo and Vinny. But before we jump into it, let's recap on how we got here today. This is Milo. He's my 5-year-old lionhead rabbit who I adopted back in December. He had been living alone all these years in a small hutch outside and was both unneutered and unvaccinated. After adopting him, I got him up to date on his vaccines and also got him neutered, but he was missing one thing: a friend. Rabbits are social creatures and thrive with a companion where they groom each other, play with each other, and sleep with each other. No amount of human interaction with Milo could replace this, so it was a must for me to find him his perfect match. After browsing for hours upon days upon weeks, a perfect rabbit for Milo and I didn't show up. This wasn't until I was notified of 7 dumped rabbits in my town. After taking on this rescue and saving all 7, I instantly fell in love with one of them. Meet Vinny. Vinny is someone I call special, not because of his sweet personality and his lovable face, but because he was actually born with one eye. This genetic defect made it so easy to fall in love with him and made it impossible to send him off to another home. So, he quickly had a new forever home, here with me and Milo. I quickly neutered and vaccinated Vinny as I wanted him to be neighbors with Milo as soon as possible. I set up both the boys in their own X-pens where they could see each other and smell each other, but not have any physical interaction with each other. This is important as rabbits can cause serious harm to one another even through the bars. Let's just say that Milo was not a happy camper in the beginning with Vinny's presence, probably because he's never seen a rabbit before, so he was given plenty of time to adjust to this big change. 8 weeks had gone by where Vinny could heal from his neuter and Milo could get used to Vinny's company, so after that, things kind of settled down and their timidness turned to curiosity. With all that being said, that brings us to today, day 1 of bonding between Milo and Vinny. Okay guys, so we have officially reached the 4-hour mark of today's bonding session. I am going to call it quits here because I can end off on a good note. There was a few tiffs here and there, nothing too crazy, no tornadoes, no chasing, no blood, little fur pulling, but really nothing crazy. I'm happy to say that we have had a successful day of bonding. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in their pens. We will obviously resume tomorrow. So yeah, I will check in with you guys tomorrow and we'll be at this again. Sorry about the pigs in the background. It's currently veggie time. And I also just showered and did my skincare, which is why I look like a greased up chicken. But I am kind of feeling like I want to do a second bonding session for the night and actually try to put Milo and Vinny inside of the pen overnight. In my bedroom, my bed's right next to it. I'll hear if anything happens. I just think that because they're doing so well, I can really take it there and do like a 24/7 method instead. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Bring up Milo and Vinny, set them up in their pen, do a nice big water dish, load them up on hay, keep them in there overnight, and just hope for the best. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and I will update you guys in the morning. All right, guys, it's literally the wee morning, and I am still very tired, and I look like poopy, but I still wanted to come on here and just fill you guys in with how the buns are doing. I have been stressing over this bonding for weeks. I kid you guys not. I've been really hyping this thing up in my head with just being very nervous how rabbit bonding was going to go. In my research, I was obviously starting to learn that like rabbit bonding is on a whole nother level compared to guinea pig bonding. There's just a lot more involved. They're bigger creatures. They can cause a lot more harm to each other and get in very bad fights. Having heard from all the rescues I was reaching out to when trying to find Milo a friend pre-finding Vinny, a lot of them turned me away from actually adopting out another male because they said it was impossible to bond. Now, I know it is possible because I've seen plenty of males online that are perfectly bonded. You know, it is just sometimes a harder thing to do. But what it comes down to is personality. Personality matters. Doesn't matter if it's two males, it's the personality that's going to bond these two together or not. And I have gotten really lucky and have had an amazing experience with these two. Milo and Vinny, right off the bat, I just feel like it was, I can't say love at first sight because, well, maybe for Vinny, Milo really doesn't care that much. Like, he's kind of just like, whatever, like, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, they're just doing fine. Like, they're hanging out with each other. They're not really grooming each other, which is what I'm kind of waiting for. There's no issues. There's no tiffs. There's no bickering. There's nothing going on. Since I've been over here for weeks stressing about this, to have this be my experience is just kind of funny. What I think I'm going to do is that because they're doing so well, I think I kind of want to move on to like the next stage. Now, it's really important in this process of bonding rabbits to never rush anything. You always want to go slow with like expanding the pen. You never want to go too big too quickly. But in my case, and I've witnessed this myself with other people's rabbits when they're bonding them, if they're doing so well, you don't really have to follow the normal protocol with expanding like 6 to 8 inches, you know, every 4 hours. I think I'm just gonna go right into just putting them into an X pen and seeing how they do in the 16 square feet that is. They're right now in a 6 square feet pen, so it'll be almost like triple, 6, 12, 18, about triple, a little less, but I think they'll be fine. I really do hope so. And after that, you know, after the first day or two, I'll add in a litter box, some toys, kind of gauge how they're interacting and sharing toys with each other. And then if that's all good and dandy, I'm just gonna move them right into the room. I just feel like there's no sense in making this process longer than I honestly really have to. This is not recommended to do unless your rabbits are like mine and getting along really well. So don't take this as something to do if your rabbits are, you know, still having tiffs and stuff like that. You don't want to move them too fast again, like I said before. I got lucky over here and I don't have to be bonding my two boys with each other for weeks and weeks and weeks or months and months and months. I've heard of people actually trying to bond their rabbits for years, which I could not imagine. That's probably beyond stressful. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually clean one of their X pens, which are downstairs in the bun room. Clean it really well. I have my rescue solution, which is actually a veterinarian disinfectant. So it'll get rid of all the smells that have existed on that. And again, making it super neutral for them. Probably gonna have to grab another piece of fleece to lay down because the pen is too big for the mat that they have currently down. So yeah, it'll just be like a whole kind of new setup. Gonna keep it obviously still plain, still basic, still bare, just hay and a water dish. And we'll just see what happens from there. So wish us luck. I'm gonna go ahead and again clean their little X pen and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, you guys, so it is actually a couple days since I've last talked to you guys. I think it's been about like 2 or 3, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on how Milo and Vinny are doing. As you guys can see, they are doing awesome. They have truly gotten really close in these last couple days. Just being able to like be touching each other like this. They weren't really doing that before, but now they are, so it's really good to see that. I am still waiting for Milo to seriously groom Vinny. I've actually never caught him doing it, so I feel like once that does happen, it'll just help to give me some just reassurance that Milo truly loves Vinny. Obviously he does to some extent, but I just want to see him grooming him because that would just be amazing to see. Vinny is doing it to Milo, so again, I'm just waiting for Milo to do it to Vinny. As you can see, they have their carrot toys that are hanging up. They have been sharing these and devouring them together like so much. I put this one in there a couple days ago and they ate the entire thing in less than a day. Put this one in last night and it's literally the same as this one. There is nothing left. I actually have all these like wooden pieces from the toy on the floor. So they're enjoying their space with each other. You guys can also see I ended up actually adding in some little hidey houses. So we have the wooden hidey house back there, the tunnel, we have toys. I also have a little bed in there and they're having no issues whatsoever sharing items. So truthfully, I think the next step for these boys is to go ahead and actually move them into their room. I do need to obviously take it slow when it comes to introducing them into their own room with each other because it is a fairly big space, and with that comes, you know, big responsibility with these two. They have to get along and they have to learn how to share the space with each other. So things could change when I put them in there. I'm not going to give them the room straight off the bat. They are still going to be in an X pen for a couple days, and then slowly but surely I'll increase the space, open it up, and then eventually they will get the full room. I'll go ahead and actually open this up for you guys so you can see them a little bit better. There's Mr. Milo, my fluffy boy who is doing awesome. They were actually roaming around in my bedroom a couple nights ago and they were loving it. Got along perfectly fine, which is really awesome to see. Milo had a serious case of molting this month, but it's finally coming back and it looks so good. He's back to his fluffy self. He looked a little crazy when I was doing his brushing and all of his fur was just coming out, but now it's coming back and it's nice and fresh. Hi, my buddy. Literally the cutest bun ever. I love him to death. And then Vinny, do you want to come say hi to everyone? Come here. There's my boy. My little one-eyed bun. He's so freaking adorable. There you are, mister. So yeah, those are my little updates for you guys, and I will chat with you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so it's now the next morning, and it's been officially a week since I've started bonding Milo and Vinny, and it is time to move them into their new room. I'm so excited. So I've got my clean linen right here, which I'm going to actually line the bottom of the X Pen with, and then I have my X Pen as well right there. So let's go ahead and set it up. We'll move in all their toys, we'll put in their water dishes, their litter box, everything that they currently have in their setup right now, and then we'll go ahead and move Milo and Vinny in. So I'm just going to monitor them for the next couple minutes and see how they do. Again, I don't think there will be any issues because these boys have been, quite honestly, the easiest bonding session I have ever done, which was just really, really nice. When you guys have a boring bonding session, that's probably the best thing you could ever have. And they're going right for the bunny play plate to play with that. Of course, Mikey wants to say hi to them. He does really, really good with the rabbits, which is really nice. Milo is going to town right now. He is munching and crunching. Vinny is just exploring. I probably actually have to put a pig mat on top of that because they actually like to go up there, but because there's no traction up there, they like slip and slide. I'm so much happier to also have them in the bigger space as well because these boys are actually pretty active. Milo, not so much, but Vinny, yes. Vinny is obviously younger than Milo, so he's a lot more active. He likes to run around, so just having this little extra room is gonna be super good for him. And eventually, obviously, when they move into the actual full room, I think they're gonna go crazy. And hopefully, I can catch Milo being more active because again, he's a 5-year-old bunny. Not super active, but maybe having a bigger space will help him to be more active. So we'll see when that happens. So the boys are doing really well, you guys. I'm really happy to see this. I think we'll have no troubles whatsoever actually expanding the space, which is really good. I will be sure to actually bring you guys along through that process as well of opening up more and more. So expect to see that included in some vlogs. But I'm so happy, you guys. This definitely was the best bonding situation that could have ever happened. Like literally, I was so incredibly nervous about things going really badly with his boys, but I'm just so happy that it worked out for the best. Honestly, it was meant to be that I chose Vinny to stay here with the bun room. I just feel like it just worked out, you know? He was literally the first one that I had saw that I instantly had a pull to. So I was like, you know what? That is my boy right there. And it worked out for the best. I feel like if I kept any other bun, things could have gone really, really bad and the bonding session would have been not as easy. So again, everything happens for a reason. I'm so happy that Vinny could join the family. Isn't he just the little sweetest boy ever? Hi, buddy. Are you happy to have a friend now? I know Milo is too. He's pretty chill about having a new friend. He really doesn't care, but I know Vinny's very happy. Isn't that right, buddy? I'm so excited to start filming videos with Milo and Vinny together. It's going to be so much fun. And also it's going to be a lot easier not having to film videos in the X Pen. It's quite annoying actually when I'm like trying to get footage of them because you actually have to like look through the grate. It's just kind of a hassle. Being able to actually film in here just in the actual room itself, the entire thing, I'm gonna get some really great footage for you guys and have a lot of fun with them. So get excited for that. That's gonna do it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos every single week. And until then, I hope you and your piggies and your buns are happy, safe, and healthy. Bye guys.